episode of the Healthy Voyager. This time you're joining me on a 10-day Windstar Cruise up the western coast of Europe. Set sail with me on a wonderful adventure with Windstar Cruises from Lisbon to Dublin. Discover the delectable cuisines and spirits of Spain and France at their authentic best. From Spain's Galicia region to Porto, historic La Rochelle, world-famous Bordeaux, and breathtaking St. Malo. Spend time absorbing the culture, history, and landscapes that have gone into the creation of their delicious sips and snacks. Toast a region so bursting with flavor you wish you never had to leave. Carrying only 312 guests, the Star Legend tucks into small ports, which allows for the most magical adventures, right as guests disembark at every stop. This all-suite yacht boasts several dining venues, a spa, elevated pool, and fitness area, as well as fabulous onboard entertainment. With ocean views and at least 277 square feet of suite comfort, Star Legend is the perfect yacht for cruising while pampering and entertaining every one of its passengers. From their James Beard-themed cruises offering world-class cuisine, to karaoke nights and an onboard casino and various decks and lounges for ultimate relaxation, Windstar does Europe like no other cruise line. This cruise leaves from Lisbon, Portugal, so heading north, the first port of call is the gorgeous town of Porto. So I'm here in the city of Porto, Portugal. It's our first stop here on the Windstar Cruise. And it's very lively here on the riverfront, and I'm excited to get into town because it's absolutely gorgeous. And apparently there's a bookstore there that's the inspiration for Harry Potter because Miss J.K. Rowling used to live here. Porto is a coastal city in northwest Portugal known for its stately bridges and port wine production. In the medieval Ribeira district, narrow cobbled streets wind past merchants' houses and cafes. A lively town with so much to see, I made my way after lunch to the Livraria Lello. So as you can see behind me, this colorful building is a bookstore, which is apparently one of the third most beautiful bookstores in the world, located here in Porto. It's called the Livraria Lello, and it's very windy. And apparently this is the inspiration for the Harry Potter book, so I'm really excited to go inside. You can see the line to get tickets behind me is quite long, and rightfully so because it looks pretty awesome. So you're gonna get a sneak peek as soon as I get inside. Bye. An amazing journey through the enchanted world of books begins here. One of the most beautiful bookstores in the world with its intricate neo-Gothic and Art Nouveau design. Inaugurated in 1906, it is one of Portugal's oldest bookstores, famous for its iconic central wooden staircase with its elegant curves and large stained glass windows, and attracts travelers from all over the world. You'll need a time ticket to enter, but the ticket fee is deducted if you purchase a book at the store. Back on board, it was time to take a little dip and spa session to end the day. So it's breakfast time here in my suite here on the Windstar, and what's great is that if you let the staff know ahead of time of your special dietary restrictions, they will hook you up. So the day before, you kind of tell them what you want. They have a giant list of vegan options and gluten-free and whatever you may need. And you should let them know the day before because they prep everything a day in advance so that you can chow down. So I found that out yesterday, so I ordered my tofu scramble with summer hash, and I'm super stoked to have a yummy breakfast with my soy latte before we go into the next port. After a great breakfast, our next stop was El Ferrol, a province of La Coruña in Galicia, Spain. Its famed medieval walled city and historic museums are some of the sights of note when visiting, not to mention the lovely architecture and beaches with sweeping views of the Atlantic. It has a rich and fascinating history, as well as a vibrant and diverse culture. From the fort to the Naval Museum to grabbing light bites, El Ferrol is a great little port of call. Another fun evening awaited me on board the Windstar Legend with a trip to the bridge to see the tech behind this cruising marvel. So I've made it to Gijón, Spain, which is the northwestern part of Spain, and it's another beautiful port city. As you can see behind me, there's a lovely church, and this is also part of the Camino because I've seen the little shell pathways throughout the city, and I'm right at the mouth of the bay, and you can see this lovely beach behind me and this awesome skyline, and I'm just gonna walk around and take it all in. With a panoramic golden beachfront bordering the blue waves of the Cantabrian Sea, this charming medieval town has lots to see in the harborside quarter of Cima de Villa. From art installations and fun street art and skate parks, I rested my feet at a local cafe before hopping back onto the ship to enjoy some delicious vegan desserts and check out where our next stop was going to be. Windstar Cruises and the James Beard Foundation are partnered to bring you culinary experiences that are 180 degrees from ordinary. Through this program, Windstar works with the James Beard Foundation to bring together some of the most talented chefs on themed cruises and in their dining program. Additionally, the program serves up some great vegan and other special diet offerings, so no guest is left hungry. It was time to visit one of the most famous wine regions, Bordeaux, France. So you can't tell because it's a little drizzly, but I will pop the umbrella down in just a sec. But I am in Bordeaux, and look at this incredible fountain. I'm gonna go check out everything that's going on in town, grab some delicious French vegan eats, and you're coming with me. Hub of the famed wine-growing region, Bordeaux is a port city on the Garonne River in southwestern France. It's known for its Gothic cathedral, 18th to 19th century mansions, notable art museums, and breathtaking architecture. But along with wine, I wanted to check out some of their gourmet vegan eats and was not disappointed. The ship's sommelier did a wonderful wine tasting before dinner, wrapping up yet another perfect day. Our next stop would be a personal favorite, La Rochelle. I'm now here in La Rochelle, France, also up the western coast, and I'm standing in front of the two iconic towers here at the port of La Rochelle. And oddly enough, I believe that my ancestors, who were part of the settling families of Quebec, came out of this port. So I'm definitely going to go check it out because I'll be in Quebec later this year, checking out all the stuff that they started at the New France Festival. So it's kind of neat to see both ends of the story. So come with me and we'll go explore. Known as La Ville Blanche, the White City, La Rochelle's luminous limestone facades glow in the bright coastal sunlight. The city's arcaded walkways are a fun maze full of delicious cafes and shops, as well as rich history. So I found my first marker on my ancestral walk behind me, that second window up there, you can barely make it out because I guess it's been weathered since 1756, was an office where they would talk about and work on the transfer of munitions between France and Canada, and a lot of the planning for the colonies went on right up there, and I would imagine some of my peeps walked through there since my family was one of 33 families to settle Quebec, so they definitely walked down these old streets, and it's weird. Now there's a pizza shop down below. Anyway, life goes on. Let's go check out some more.
One of France's foremost seaports from the 14th to the 17th centuries, the city's half-timbered houses protected from the salt air by slate tiles, ghoulish gargoyles, and a fabulous collection of lighthouses, all rich reminders of its magnificent seafaring heritage. The early French settlers of Canada, including the founders of Montreal, set sail from here in the 17th century, while modern-day travelers get to sink their teeth into tasty local fare and enjoy all that this beautiful city has to offer, day or night. While I could have stayed there for another day, it was time to embark on yet another adventure, but first, some treats and entertainment. Our next port of call was a bucket list destination for me, a UNESCO World Heritage Site coined the Wonder of the West. A unique island topped by a gravity-defying abbey, the Mont Saint-Michel is one of France's most stunning sights. Set in a mesmerizing bay shared by Normandy and Brittany, the mount draws the eye from a great distance. Experiencing it from afar as well as from within its walls is magical. Walking the path up to the abbey will make visitors feel as though they've landed in the middle of a storybook. Just a short ride away, you'll find Saint-Malo. Originally built as a walled citadel guarding the mouth of the Rance River, was for centuries home to feared pirates, with the city's roots going back to before Roman times. Today, it's home to stunning views and beaches, and is sadly the last stop before heading to Ireland to disembark this terrific 10-day cruise that combined the luxuries of time, space, and freedom to immerse its guests in both the journey as well as the destination.
Well, sadly, it's time for me to leave the Windstar Star Legend, but there's more adventures to come, so be sure to join me again on another fun episode of the Healthy Voyager.